Hey, internet. Hey, internet. This is Rob doing Oasis today on this video. Oasis was a 90s band. I'm not really sure what they've been doing here recently, but they had this one really great album, and I don't really, again, know really what happened after that, but this was their big hit from that album, Wonderwall, and kind of nostalgic for me. Grew up in the 90s, and middle school and high school was that big late 90s kick, and there's lots of great music, and this was one of the bands that had a big album there. And so let's listen to a little bit of this tune and see what they got going on. A lot of times people consider these guys are British, and they were kind of looked at as the fake Beatles or the wannabe Beatles or whatever, and because of the haircuts and stuff, and kind of had a 60s throwback a little bit, but really great tune here. Old school record player. Nice acoustic guitar there. I don't know which chords he's using on this intro, but it's definitely not normal, what we call normal 1-3-5 triads. That normal rock songs have what's called 1-3-5. They're adding a lot of what's called 2s or 9s or 6s or 4s. They're adding a couple extra notes in there to make it kind of more tension and more tension is a good word. A lot thicker and a lot richer sounding chords.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. By now you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. Backbeat, the word is on the street that the fire in your heart is out. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you never really had a doubt. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now.
Yeah, already on that part, that was very cool. The cello was really nice, really bassy. You could feel the bass come in and the cello giving more bass. I really like the drums. The guy singing too, that he has a very kind of bright sounding voice. Not quite as bright as Corgan. Is that Billy Corgan, the Smashing Pumpkins guy, or Axl Rose? Not quite that bright and tinny, but he has a very bright sounding voice. I find when I try to sing his stuff and I try to give a lot of breast support and open mouth, it doesn't sound right because he has a very tight sounding vocals there.
And all the roads we have to walk are winding,
right?
And all the lights that lead us there are blinding. There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. Because maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all,
You have that.
you're my Wonderwall.
When you have that it's got a very rolling kind of feeling to it. It's got a very forward moving drum part there. And then you notice here they do the stop, which is really nice, and then they kick back into it.
Today was gonna be the day, but they'll never throw it back to you. By now you should have somehow realized what you're not to do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now.
One thing that this song does is we talk about this in classical a lot, where the phrases, you don't want to look at phrases as very blocked off and small. When you have a song that's able to grow, like over where you can feel these huge 4-bar or 8-bar or 16-bar phrases, that's when you can really get the audience to kind of groove with you. And this song does a fabulous job of that, about extending the phrases and hearing it in these big blocks.
And all the roads that lead you there were winding, and all the lights that light the way are blinding. There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. I said maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me.
Maybe you hear when somebody puts their jaw down and gets a big round sound, but you can maybe, right? You hear that tight.
You're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all,
the chords are great in this song.
You're my I said maybe
like the echo.
You're gonna be the one that saves me. You're gonna be the one that saves me. You're gonna be the one that saves me.
There at the end. Really nice song. Like I said, that has a very rolling quality to it. Real huge 90s song. One of the big, probably top 20 songs of the 90s of songs that were played the most. But really cool band. I'm kind of bummed that they didn't do more stuff. They had that one great album, but didn't really hear from them much. Maybe the band got in a fight or something, or got sued, or some weird thing happened with the band. But great tune. Really nice guitar chords in there. You heard the fabulous guitar part and really good beat and good singing. Even though the tone was kind of weird. It's not that it's bad, it's just his style, and I wonder if that's a British thing too, where it's kind of a whiny kind of tone from Britain. I don't know, maybe you guys could talk about in the comments if that's kind of more of a Britain style. I remember hearing the original recording of Money, and he had sort of a money get away way, and the kind of a very British kind of sound to it, but anyways, so really good song though, really cool tune. Dark, right? Had kind of a happiness to it, but also has kind of a sadness to it too. Not quite so happy. So, all right, I will check you guys later. All right, see you.